Hey, what's up guys, Irman here, Monster Gadgets, and as you can see I am back in the Amazon parking lot with my Tesla Model 3 with version 12.3. So I am actually going to show you that, and I'll put a screenshot up. 12.33 and FSD, and then software version 11.1. That is 2024.3.10. And I'm gonna check and see if there's any improvements or maybe some faults now with the AutoPark feature. And so we're gonna go ahead and put that to the test. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright guys, welcome back. So as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and just pull up to some of these spots here and see if it picks up and how well it does on the AutoPark feature. So we've got one spot already selected here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in reverse, hit start, and let it do its thing and see how well it does. Now this particular spot that I picked, there's no cars around it. So let's see how it does. I don't know what it's doing right now. AutoPark in progress. That was interesting, the way it kind of shifted itself there. Alright, let's go in reverse. Now the only difference between this test and my previous test, I don't think I've tested it when it was raining or wet. Actually I did test it when it's wet, but not while it was raining, so this is the only difference now, is it's actually raining. So, but after a bit of hesitation and some weird moves, it did park itself. AutoPark complete. So that was a success. Let's go ahead and try in a position where maybe there's some cars and try to have it park in between them. So let's see, can we pick this spot or one of these two spots that'll come up? I did pick that up, but it went away. Alright, we'll try to park next to this SUV here, this one. I do have my foot near the brake in case I need to take over, just in case, for extra safety there. Okay, corrected itself. Backed into a spot. And it has passed. Even on both sides, right on the line there. So that's good. Alright, let's go ahead and do something different now. Let's see if we can park on the opposite side, if it'll pick up on this side. The spot right here that I just passed. This one. It does. Oh, it did for a second. I'll let this truck pass. Alright, that lady is actually leaving, so I'll leave this spot just because I don't want to make it weird for her. That was a white car that I was trying to park next to, and that's why she pointed it that way. Alright, we'll come around. You know, in the 12.3 version, on the release notes, it didn't specify there were changes to the AutoPark feature, so I'm not sure if it's something that just they didn't disclose, or maybe it's a smaller tweak. It might not be anything, but the fact that there's such a huge update to 12.3, I would think in some shape or form it would actually impact it. But so far, I mean, it's done well. It's held up. I'm gonna try and see if I can pick up one of these spots on the opposite sides that we were trying before. So far, it's not picking up the opposite side. Oh, there it is. Good spot. So I'm assuming some type of park between those two cars. Yeah, it is. So here it could go further, but it doesn't. Not sure why. Before it used to come really, really close to the car. Now it's like it's leaving a bit more of a distance. And it could be because it's raining. I'm not sure, but again, this is the first time I'm testing it in the rain, if I recall correctly. Done. Alright, that was a success. One last test before I go and test out the parallel parking feature. I want to go in an area where there are no cars. So there's this area in the back. There's no cars in front, behind, side, or anything like that. So I'm going to see if it picks up one of these spots. It should. It does. Kind of in a weird spot right now. Let's see what it does here. And it has done it. Pass. Alright. All those four, I think it was four for four, I'll call it that. So let me go ahead and get to another spot where we can go ahead and test out the parallel parking, and we'll see how well that works. Alright guys, so I am pulling up to the spot that I test the parallel parking at, so let's see if there's any improvements here or if it still works the same. Because I know previously I had some difficulty parking with the last update, on the parallel parking I should say. Let's take a look and see. See a spot there on the left hand side. I might have to turn around and come test it there. That's a huge spot actually, but let's see if there's any spots on this side. There's this spot. Let's see if it does it or not. It does. The car's coming. Let's see what it does. Oh, car's turned. And it's actually a lot quicker. That was pretty smooth. Wow. That was actually pretty smooth because this is the fastest I've seen an AutoPark like that before. In parallel parking, I mean. So that was impressive. Alright, so 1 for 1 on that. Let's see if we can find a different spot. And we'll test it again. This one is, I guess, similar. Well, we won't test it there. I'll keep going because there's also a car behind me that's coming. Going and see if you can find another parallel parking spot. Alright, let's turn around. I don't think it'll pick this up. I guess this is a parallel parking spot, but there's a curb, so let's see if it picks up this spot. It does. Alright. Again, these are pretty big spots, but for the fact that it's doing it that quickly, that's impressive in my eyes. It's gonna have to pull its pull forward a little bit, I think. Let's see. Yep, straighten out. And yeah, that is a success. That is pretty quick. 2 for 2. Alright, I think we'll do one more, and then that should be good enough to prove that this is working well and working a lot smoother on the parallel parking, which is awesome. So let's see if that spot over there is still open or not that we saw earlier. This one here. Let's see. It's going well. Pretty smooth again. Okay, it hesitated there for a second. It didn't really hit anything, but it looked like it went over something, which it didn't. It's kind of weird. Maybe it was just this curb thingy. Okay, so now it's struggling a little bit. Luckily there's no cars around us, so I'll let it do its thing and see how long it takes. There you go, it figured it out. This one took a little bit longer, as you can see. There you go, now it's straightened out. Perfect. So yeah, that was a success, and hopefully you guys found this video to be helpful. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because obviously I do a lot more of these testings, and if you're interested in tech and things like that, you'll enjoy my channel. So make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.